This is the 16th event on the HotelPlanner.com PGA EuroPro Tour season, and for some golfers it's their last chance to break into the top 60 on the order of merit and qualify for the Tour Championship. But they'll have to overcome the course here at Marhall first. Welcome to the Glenfarclas Open here at Marhall Golf and Spa Resort in Scotland for the last event of the season before the Visit Egypt Tour Championship. Now, European golf has continually grown stronger in recent years, and this developmental tour is certainly playing its part in nurturing and progressing talent. It's been a fantastic year on the EuroPro Tour, and this last event before the season finale is guaranteed a dramatic finish. And here's what's coming up in today's show. We get to know amateur Craig Ross, who led the field after day one.
I feel comfortable, I don't feel nervous, I don't feel out of place or anything.
John Morgan gives us an insight into the course.
Whoa, goes crazy.
We catch up with the man with the most eagles on tour this year.
I had no idea, honestly I didn't. I just try and play the best golf I can.
And we meet Scottish football coach Gordon Strachan.
I love golf, it's my favourite sport.
This week we find out which 60 players will make the cut and progress through to the Visit Egypt Tour Championship. So the pressure is really mounting for some of the field as they try to claim a much-needed victory. For others, it's a chance to climb the rankings as they strive for that all-important Challenge Tour card. So here's a reminder of the winners so far on the 2014 HotelPlanner.com PGA EuroPro Tour. We recently witnessed Peter Tarver-Jones winning back-to-back at Prince's in the Oxfordshire to join Jack Senior and William Harold as multiple winners this season. We have seen maiden EuroPro wins for James Watts, Stiggy Hodgson, Andrew Cheese, Steve Uzel, Neil Chowdhury and Garrick Porteous. Stuart Archibald claimed his first EuroPro Tour victory since 2010, and James Robinson secured his first title as a pro since winning as an amateur on the EuroPro Tour in 2009. Billy Hemstock, meanwhile, made EuroPro Tour history when he defended his title at Moore Allerton. So, after 15 events, this is how the Race to El Gouna shapes up. Last week's back-to-back win has propelled Peter Tarver-Jones up to second place, though as William Harold and Jack Senior look set to win their Challenge Tour cards outright after impressive performances already this season on Europe's second-tier tour, it could now become the top 7 on the Race to El Gouna who receive Challenge Tour entry. But today is all about winning enough money to make the top 60 and progress to the final. So let's take a closer look at the course hosting this week's event. Marhall is located just outside of Glasgow. It's set within a tranquil 240-acre woodland estate and overlooks the River Clyde with views towards the Kilpatrick Hills. At the centrepiece of the estate is this magnificent old baronial mansion. It was completely renovated in 2006 along with the development of the Earl of Mar Championship course, a brand new 18-hole track designed by Dave Thomas, who's also known for his work at the Belfry. And our resident pro, Johnny Morgan, is here to tell us a little bit more about what the players can expect out on the course this week.
Fantastic venue, just over 6,500 yards long and par 70. Now the boys are going to find this quite quirky, quite tricky in places, but masses of birdie opportunities. But we're going to go and take a look on the golf course and show you what it's all about. We've got small, undulating raised greens. Quite a few of these beauties are in play as well. We got lovely big, well-positioned bunkers.
Tell you what, this rough is pretty kind.
So that's what the course has in store for us this week.
So this is a course with plenty of birdie opportunities. It's been a low-scoring week so far, and here are the leaders going into round 3. Our leading pairings this week are made up of Northern Ireland's Jonathan Caldwell, the man who lost in a playoff at Slaley Hall, while he's at 9 under par and will play alongside Scottish amateur Craig Ross, who harbours ambitions of playing in next year's Walker Cup and is tied for the lead on 10 under. And the final group is Scotland's Paul Shields, who's hunting his first EuroPro Tour win, alongside Northern Irishman Richard Kilpatrick, who knows that victory here will see him move into that crucial top 5 on the Race To El Gouna.
All week I've not been nervous or uncomfortable. I don't feel like I'm out of place. Just been playing well. I'm just going to stick to my game plan, just try and finish it off today, see if I can.
I've had a consistent year, but on this tour you need a win. So I have a chance today. And then we go to Egypt and see what happens.
Today is would be a win, so that I can go to Egypt and try and compete for the top 5 places. If I didn't do that, then it's going to Egypt and just trying to finish as high as you can.
Time now to hand over to your commentary team, and first up is Simon Golding with a rundown of the opening stages of round 3.
Thanks, Cara. Well, the players got out and onto the course, and it was always a possibility with this course yielding so many low rounds that someone was going to get amongst it, and that is indeed what happened. Liam Robinson, and before the leaders went out with a fine 64, 6 under for the day, taking the clubhouse lead at 8 under alongside Scotsman James Harper, incidentally. And in a week where Scottish amateurs were really flying the flag, Daniel Young did a bit of a Craig Ross, shooting 65 on the last day to go to 7 under for the tournament, and surely guaranteeing him a good finish here at Mar Hall. So the indications are that we will get some low scoring in this final round in the shootout for this title, but for the moment we've got 3 guys back in the hutch, and back in the hutch with good scores as well. Let's take a look at how this leaderboard is going into the last 18. And there you go, Liam Robinson, James Harper and Daniel Young can all put their feet up and watch what's going to happen as we head out onto the course. But it's Ross, Shields and Kilpatrick at 10 under that at the moment are in pole position. Well, joining me in the commentary booth, James Hepworth and Johnny Morgan. Gents, the last 18 of the regular season, we should get some fireworks.
Looks like we're going to get a lot of rain as well.
Which might dampen things down, but it's certainly going to make the greens receptive.
Hopefully it won't last.
It is. And I tell you what a hole to start on when it's lashing it down like this. I mean, look at that for a drive. Couldn't place that any better. Takes on the corner and comes up trumps.
Yes, this beautiful course on the banks of the River Clyde, designed by Dave Thomas, former associate of Peter Allis. They designed the Brabazon, incidentally, up at the Belfry. So the second Dave Thomas course that the boys have played on this season.
Well, this weather is definitely going to separate the men from the boys. And here we go, top amateur.
You can see that splash of water there as he was striking the ball.
Yeah, he won't be too displeased with that one. That's going to be not a bad position to attack.
Yeah, good confident start from the 21-year-old Scotsman, Craig Ross. Now James Fraser, the Welshman from Pennard, did very well at Montrose earlier this season, finished second behind Jack Senior after that very exciting playoff. And here's another very talented golfer. This man, well, I'm sure will be favourite for quite a lot of pundits today, John.
Well, I would have thought so, Simon. I mean, he's been in a rich vein of form over the last couple of weeks. Done very well on the Challenge Tour over there at Galgorm. I think it was Galgorm Castle. Beautiful track, and he'd done extremely well. He's been playing brilliantly on the PGA EuroPro Tour as well. So I think, yeah,
it's plenty of experience as well, isn't he, John? Been doing it a long time now. He's
lots and lots of it.
He knows what he's doing.
And look at this for a bend. Oh my goodness.
Yes, look out for Caldwell and look out for Fraser. That was some read there. I can tell you he went on to tap in, but unfortunately for a bogey. So not the best start from Fraser. Now for Ross. Can he get it rolling? He can. Oh, that was so calm and confident.
It was indeed.
A fabulous start to his round, that is.
He just doesn't look out of place, does he? As he said in his interview, he feels completely comfortable in amongst the big boys. And why not?
And this man's ready to make a big name for himself, just like his old playing partner back in the days at the Walker Cup. I think it's due this man
to shine and show his might as well, what Northern Ireland's all about.
So birdie for Caldwell, that's the first done. Let's take a look at the second.
Well, it's early doors, it's the par 3, the second, and it's 200 yards long, and it is an absolute beauty. As you can see, it suits a lovely little draw, right side of the green, flipping it in there, going up the contour of the green, probably on about 2 levels as well, this green is. And you've got trees on the left and a massive bunker. When you go in there, you're leaving yourself a really tricky shot to get up and down to make your par. But as you know, this hole deserves a great shot when it comes to it, because it is so demanding and it is so beautiful. So anyway, with none ado, last year I had a hole-in-one, can I do it again? I'm back in Scotland, I'm feeling the vibe, man, the home of golf. You gotta love it. 4-5 iron, right edge of the green, and let's hope for the best. I just whipped it off the top, just a bit left, nice little bounce, scuttle up there, scuttle up there. Oh, nice. About a nice little 7-8 footer from here, it looks like. And I tell you what, boys would be happy with that.
Yeah, and I'm sure any of them would take that shot in this final round. Your swing's looking as good as ever, John. Smooth as silk.
Oh man, you're a smooth talker,
Right.
you are.
I'm also a liar.
I like you, I might send you a Christmas card.
John E. Morgan talking a good game all season, but hitting some cracking shots. Shame he can't putt, eh, James?
No, he can. He can. I'll show him what cart putt's all about.
So Ross, a little bit of trouble there. Caldwell with the door open, chance to put a bit of pressure on the amateur.
Well, this will suit Caldwell's eye, because he draws it from right to left, and I tell you what, he's just got the clubbing wrong, but he's trying to be probably a little bit too cute. That pin at the front there, you know, he's trying to get a bit too close. I mean, simple little chip for Caldwell left though.
Now Kilpatrick has threatened on a number of occasions this season. Shot 67, then 63 on day 2. That was a marvellous round.
Awesome shot going in there.
Yeah, he's a great player, and I tell you what, very steady. I mean, been going for years now. I mean, plenty of experience. So I would expect him to really contend come here now. Final day, final round, final group. Got to be up for it.
Our first look at Paul Shields, the Kirkhill man from Scotland. 68 followed by 62, went even better than Kilpatrick on day 2. And let's take a look at this swing. Not the easiest of lies.
Yeah, and important to keep your height when the ball's below your feet there, and he's done a really good job. Lovely balanced finish.
Yeah, it's a nice solid swing. Now Ross out of the bunker. Nice little splash shot required. Oh no, he's won in the bunker. He was probably just short of it, and that is not the chip he was wanting. That's left him a lot to do.
Well, after such a confident start, he's already got a little bit to deal with there as one of our leaders. Caldwell just on the front edge, and that's beautifully done. Beautiful.
Very nice. Skip through that first bit onto the green and rolled out lovely.
Kilpatrick, one of those little tournament changes early on for him.
Downhill, and a really important start this would be if he hold this. Go on, get that. Oh.
That must have looked good. He thought he had that one. Just looking on. Nice little tap in though.
Yeah, birdie will do for starters.
Yeah, I'll be pleased with that start, I'm sure.
Now then, little nerve tester to start with for Ross.
He's all a great putt on the first hole. Can he do it on the second? No, unfortunately not.
Didn't quite look like he committed to that, John.
No, not quite. I mean, probably just in 2 minds of what the read was on that putt. You know, and a bit of right to left. He looked like he played it dead straight.
It's one of the harder holes on the course as well, isn't it, John?
Yeah, it is.
And
Definitely.
a lot of bogeys there in the week.
Eagle chance for Shields, and his 2 just trickles wide, so no real joy for Kilpatrick and Shields in terms of a big move, but birdies will do nicely.
He knocks that one in, lovely jubbly. Nice simple birdie.
So Caldwell to tidy up after that fabulous chip. Nicely done.
He's got some great home support, Johnny.
Obviously, it's nice to get up and down early in your round, isn't it? Gives you a bit of confidence.
Oh, it does. Gets your touch going, gets a feel for the greens, everything, the way it's, the lie of the land, how firm the greens are, how soft they are, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Bogey, though, for Ross takes him back to 11 under, so we've still got a three-way tie for the lead. So no real change in terms of the top of that leaderboard. Shields now to take on this par 3 second. It looks to be going with a slightly different shape to that we saw from Caldwell.
Yeah, holding it up there and stroke wide. Look at that.
Oh dear.
Out to the right. He's going to have a nice little bump and runner through the first little bit and try and get that one close. That's going to be tricky.
Right, let's see if Kilpatrick can learn from what we've just seen.
I mean, looks like he's just trying to hold one up there, isn't he, John?
Well, it is, but I mean, you can see by the rain, the way it's coming in, it's coming off their left, over their left shoulder. So, you know, they're going to be feeling it. They want to hold it up, maybe draw it. I mean, we'll be watching here. Here comes Kilpatrick now. You want to really kind of draw this one against the wind. You can see his hands turning over there to try and get it, but it was a bit late, wasn't it?
A little bit late, yeah, hence why he's left it out to the right there.
Well, he's been a pro for a while as Kilpatrick, and he was so close in Conqueror Wood earlier this season, and John spoke to him after the second round.
Well, I'm fortunate to be joined by Richard Kilpatrick. How you doing, Richard?
Not too bad, John. A lovely day.
Well, mate, first of all, I got to say congratulations on an amazing round of golf out there. I mean, you're 10 under par for the tournament, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm playing very well. I had a lovely 63 today, so it's hard to complain.
So, hey, mate, let's take a little stroll, because I tell you what, there's nothing better than this. You just told me something unbelievable. I mean, you're a Kilpatrick, and what we got to our left, can you please tell me?
Well, that is known as the Kilpatrick Hills. You have Old Kilpatrick, the wee small village, and the hills are known as the Kilpatrick Hills.
What are you hoping to achieve in the next year or two? Where have you set your goals at?
Well, ultimately, European Tour is where I want to be. As Rory said himself, it's just taking every week at a time. And
yeah, that's what you can do.
Exactly, yeah. You can't really plan too far ahead in this game, as you know yourself. A week or two makes a huge difference, and it can change your life.
This EuroPro Tour, I find, is like grown in stature now. I mean, we've got some, you know, amazing golf courses, stroke this one as well, you know, Mar Hall. Yeah. But I mean, what are you thinking about it, you know?
I looked at the schedule this year in the EuroPro, and it was fantastic. Like, we went to the Belfry, Carrickalook, Lomond, here, Mar Hall itself, and the courses were great, and I decided to come back, and to be honest, I've been overwhelmed. The new personnel in, players are now treated perfectly.
Yeah.
Like a challenge tour. I've just been very impressed. I've been delighted with the move, and I'm looking forward now to Egypt. I've been to Egypt 3 times as well, so yeah,
right.
I like the place. It's
like home from home then.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's this is probably the best weather you'll ever see, and it's fantastic.
It is. Well, I wish you all the best, Rick. What can I say, man? I just think, you know, a winning is around the corner, because I tell you what, you're well overdue. Yeah. 4th, second, first is around the corner, no doubt.
Hopefully.
Yes, and so say all of us. And what a fabulous season we've had so far this year. Here's a question for you guys then. How many non-English winners have we had this year, considering the number of different nationalities we've had playing?
I think that's a trick question, Simon, because I think you'll find that they've all been English. Am I right?
Well spotted, Mr. Hepworth, well spotted.
Good boy.
But what a year it's been, John, fabulous.
It has been absolutely stunning. I mean, the venues have been top drawer. I mean, the players have been top drawer. I've seen some phenomenal golf.
And great lads as well. You can see in that interview what a lovely lad Richard Kilpatrick is.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a good example.
Well, John said it. A win is round the corner. We will see. Now, Booth. Par 4 4th. Again, nobody out of contention. There are shots out there on this course, and a swing of 4 or 5 shots over a very short space of time is possible.
I mean, the greens are putting absolutely fantastic. I was having a word with some of the guys, and they're just loving it. You'll hardly see any bump on the greens. They're running smooth, they're running fast, very, very true. So that's pretty much why there's going to be a lot of birdies out here. The guys are feeling pretty comfortable on the greens.
It's our EuroPro blogger, Jason Dransfield, said it's the best he's seen the greens in the 3 years that we've been to Mar Hall, and predicted before the practice round, even on Tuesday, that it was going to be very, very low scoring this week, and it's been the case.
Another par putt here at the second.
Solid as a rock. Off to the third he goes. Now Fraser. Little bump and run. Chip it just on the green, let it run out like a putt. Has he got it? Yes, he has.
Fantastic.
And the people at home probably looking at that thinking, why didn't he putt it? But you just don't know. You know, that fringe can be a little bit long, bit inconsistent. You never know. So he chips over it and just lets it run like a putt. Very confident.
Yeah, well played.
Goes back to 9 under, Fraser. And not great from Kilpatrick, just as John E. Morgan predicts a possible win around the corner, he drops back to 10 under. You've put the curse on him, John. Let's take a look at the leaderboard then. So we've got Craig Ross alongside Paul Shields. It's reduced to a two-way tie for the lead, and the Scotsman at the moment heading up the pack. Now then, we got some guys with decent scores in the clubhouse. Liam Robinson is one of them. Excellent performance today. He's with Cara.
Currently outside the top 60 in the order of merit. This performance, though, may well put you up inside that top 60. What would it mean to get your place in Egypt?
It would be huge. I was having a real problem. I was struggling a little bit through the middle part of the season, and it didn't really ever look like it was a possibility to go to Egypt. And the last 3 weeks have really given me a lot of hope. I've made all 3 cuts on the mark and had real good last 2 days. We were just saying in there I was 24 under par for the last 2 days for the last 3 weeks. So I've had a real good finish to all the tournaments, and I'm just really happy. Just really happy it's all turned.
After the break, our leaders continue to battle it out for the trophy here at Mar Hall.
Welcome back to the HotelPlanner.com PGA EuroPro Tour. This week, amateur Craig Ross has flourished, shooting 7 birdies in round 1 and following that up in round 2 to stand at 10 under. A potential future star of the sport who we caught up with after that performance in the opening round.
Craig Ross and from Kirkhill Golf Club. Probably playing about 12 to 13 years. Started with my dad, got me up, cut down an 07 iron, just got into it. Started playing more tournaments, loved it more, handicap was coming down nicely. Thought I'd try at the top amateur ranks and prove myself at boys. I've done quite well. I won the Scottish Junior Champion of Champions at the Dukes, and I played boys home internationals and men home internationals as well. I finished 4th in the Brabazon Trophy this year. I went and played 2 years ago, playing some mini tours in Arizona. I thought it really helped my golf. Managed to win one when I was over there, and just enjoyed it. I'm going back again at the end of this month. I'm not the type of guy that just sits about the house and goes plays 18 holes every now and again. So I like to get up in the morning early practice and then around the golf in the afternoon if I can. So it's just every day pretty much, just golf is my life. And I'm looking to turn pro after next year, and the EuroPro is probably maybe the tour that I'm going to try and get onto. And I just want to see if I can test myself against pros, and I think I've proved that from yesterday, and so I've just got to go on and just keep going. I feel comfortable, I don't feel nervous, I don't feel out of place or anything. I'm trying to show these boys that I can compete against them.
Well, a young man with a fantastic work ethic, and this is the place to prove yourself on the EuroPro Tour. And young Craig Ross is doing exactly that. Good moment actually to point out that the top 3 finishing in today's event are going to go up to the roof of the Mar Hall clubhouse for a nearest the pin shootout. And that was certainly worthy of a nearest the pin. Look forward to seeing that.
Well, it's a drastic moment, because I tell you what, they're hitting from at the top of the hotel all over the cars onto the 18th green. I mean, for I think like 100 or 200 pounds worth of whiskey, which is just phenomenal. I mean, they might have a good night.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, we've got that to look forward to. We've also got the conclusion to this event, and it's still wide open. Fraser, not the best start, but he's got himself back into some rhythm here, the Welshman. Oh dear, no, that was a shame.
He sets up to it a bit like Tiger Woods, actually, his putting style.
I'll tell you what, Johnny hits it like Tiger Woods as well. He absolutely crunches it.
Does he?
He nails it. I'll tell you, he's
Fair
awesome.
play to him.
Hits it miles. Phenomenal striker.
Unfortunately, that's what you need in this day and age now. You need to be able to rip it miles.
Certainly do.
Other end of the scale, though, a little look at Booth's short game. Really do have to trust yourself through that phase.
Lovely action there, no flip of the hands whatsoever.
done. This one to polish off a par at the 5th. Nice stroke.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, must have been a poor read.
Unlucky for Booth, so no up and down for him at the 5th. Seen the hole from the green, let's see it from the air.
Well, this hole really and honestly says to you, come and get me. It's a great chance to make a birdie on here. I mean, the only problem you don't want to do is go long or go left. I mean, the water on the right is just that little bit too far, so it's not in play, but the green is really acceptable. Very good chance for the boys to come in here and make their 2. It is a lovely par 3, what can I say?
So, didn't fare well at the 2nd, the first of the par 3s on this course. Did either Ross or Caldwell. Let's see how they do at the 5th.
They're going to have no more than a 7-iron in their hand. And the green is pretty acceptable at the moment.
Oh.
And look at this. Great golf shot.
And the rain just keeps coming down, doesn't it?
Yeah, man, it's
Making
raining, it's
life-
pouring.
The old man is snoring.
Yes, indeedy. Oh, and that looked left.
That looked like
By
a
Johnny
double
Caldwell.
cross to me.
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
Oh, and that's a long way left. That's left him a really, really tricky. And you can see him now just drilling in his mistake there, ironing it out. Oh, Mr. Shields in the hay. Oof, pops that one out nicely.
Looks like it's come out a bit warm.
Well, he had to be strong, he had to be firm. But still work to do for Shields and
This looks
Caldwell.
like a tricky bunker shot, long, awkward length. Oh, God.
That hurts, that really hurts.
Well, with there being a bit of wetness around, he might have plugged in the face there.
Well, we'll see it from this angle now. I mean, a long bunker shot, you've got water over it. If you scold it a little bit, you catch it a bit too clean, but he's trying to be a little bit too cute. And there, that motion there, you think, oh yeah, this could be fantastic.
And we'll just see if it's plugged now for...
Well, this is the trouble if it's plugged. My goodness. Ooh, I think that might have just come out. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, they're all in trouble at the moment. Kilpatrick taking a drop at the 4th.
Maybe some signs of nerves, early nerves maybe, Simon?
Well, exactly. I mean, you guys would know more than most out there on the EuroPro. You know, you do get nervous in the final round.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot at stake. There's the first prize of £10,000 and also the fighting for the top 5 places. There's a lot to think about.
And the Race to El Gouna for the grand final, which they'll all be wanting their ticket to get over there.
Yeah, for some guys, this is the last throw of the dice to try and get into that top 60, where everything can change. If you win the big prize over there in Egypt.
Now, this could just make or break his round here, John. Oh, a lovely shot, and obviously wasn't plugged for it to stop like that, John.
No, exactly. And that was fantastically played. Damage limitation, get away with that bogey. The Shields, after being in the hay, comes out to here. Can he hold it? Oh, by a whisker. That misses.
That's a bogey, John, and can't afford to make bogeys around this course. There's a lot of birdie opportunities out here.
So he drops back to 11 under, Shields. And a chance for this man, Ross, to move forward to 12 under with this birdie opportunity.
Yeah, he could give himself some breathing space here if this one goes in. Oh, not to be.
Not quite happening out there for anybody at the moment.
And another bogey putt.
It is. Oh no. Didn't come back as quickly as he thought.
He pulled that, John, didn't he? It's a
He
straight
did.
pull.
I mean, that's a bogey on the 2nd and a bogey on the 4th. Not the start he wanted.
So a bogey for Caldwell. And frustrating, but
it's
let's
a
be
bogey,
honest.
but at the same time, he'll feel like he's had a lucky escape, I think, there. What do you say?
Could have been worse. Could have been
I
worse.
think so.
I can tell you Ross tapped in for his par as we go back to Kilpatrick for this double bogey putt.
And, oh, ouch, that's going to hurt.
Oh dear me, well that is carnage I'm afraid for Richard Kilpatrick at the 4th, but ahead, let's see what awaits at the 6th with Johnny Morgan.
Well, at just under 400 yards long, we're at the 6th. Beautiful par 4. Look at that view, guys. I mean, just look at it. Doesn't get much better than that. Beautiful hills, beautiful river. I mean, if you go over there, you are dead meat. Now, anyway, coming from the tee box, you're coming back, you want to hit driver. And you're going to mince it, you're going to take out this trouble on the left-hand side. And anywhere, even in the left rough or down this left-hand side, you're coming in with no more than 110, 120 yards into this green, especially today because there's hardly any breeze whatsoever. So the boys, great chance for another birdie. You know, they're going to get many chances around this course because the course is in great condition and the greens are fantastic. Now, anyway, today, pin at the front. Probably tomorrow it's going to be at the back. Lovely contours in this green. A great chance to attack this pin today. Just under that, just over that bunker. And I tell you what, I've got a sand iron in hand. 115, 120 to go. Take it out. Now it's just slightly left of that pin. How's it for yardage? Well, there we have it. Another chance for the boys to make a birdie.
Yeah, you're making a few birdies yourself out there, John, today.
Yeah, I mean, great drive for show, putt for dough round this track. I mean, this one, you're going to see now, he's coming in with, well, no more than a pitching wedge in his hand.
No great stress off this tee, is there, John? It's pretty wide open.
Yeah.
Both bail out on the left, pin on the right.
Yeah, I mean, anyone that misses the ball right off the tee.
Looks like he's pulled another one there.
Massive error if they do.
Oh, maybe not.
Position A.
So up on the 5th tee, Shields, like most, at the top of the leaderboard, bit up and down so far today.
He's fading this one in. It's looking nice. Hold on, ball.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's no problems there. Now Kilpatrick.
Well, he's got to do something to recover, hasn't he? 3 shots dropped at the 4th.
Well, this is a golf course, you can do that. You definitely get your chances to bounce back. And hold up, hold up. Oh, just misses the bunker, and that's okay as well.
Slightly disconsolate figure, though, wandering away from that 5th tee, Richard Kilpatrick.
Oh, Fraser coming out left. And that's working its way up.
He seems to have done quite well. He's got a bit of green to work with there for his chip.
Look at this. What an inviting pin position. Oh, nice crisp strike as well.
Strike. And a great result. Uphill putt for birdie.
Well, that's just about perfect from Caldwell. Let's see if Ross can follow him in.
Oh, that was a nice one. That's coming in low.
Beautiful balance.
Coming in low. Controlled the spin very well.
Well played, boys. Now Kilpatrick, no option but to go after it from here.
Little jump through the fringe, keep running. That killed it a little bit. Killed the pace.
It just jumped a little bit, didn't it? Off the face.
That's where you should be chipping it, really.
Yeah, as you said earlier, yeah, that's the beauty of a chip.
As you said, James, room to work for the other James with here on the green. Yeah, and in terms of the quality or the standards that these boys set themselves, it's not really there, is it?
Not at the moment, no. We're not seeing a lot of birdies around here, and it's a bit disappointing, to be honest.
We'll see if the lads can just calm things down, and if someone can find a bit of form here, maybe a run of 3 or 4 holes, they will set themselves up very nicely indeed. So Caldwell can get it rolling from here.
Yeah, Craig Ross might be able to get a nice read off Johnny if
That was
he's
a good
watching
line,
this.
John.
Oh, lovely. Well, Craig would have been watching that eagle eye, and he would he knows what his putt's going to do. So
you can see how true the greens are running there, John.
They're beautiful, really are.
Back to the par 3 5th for Richard Kilpatrick's par. Oh, no.
What a lip out.
I don't believe what we're watching here at the moment from Richard.
Well, unfortunately, it's not happening for the man, and I feel like I've been the jinx on this one.
Whew, looks like the wind's come out of his sails there.
4 shots dropped in 2 holes for Kilpatrick. It will have been a long time since he's done that.
Yeah, well, can Craig go to school?
Not
Go
hit it,
on,
John.
keep going. No, he hasn't. You're right there. Quite surprised. I thought he might have had a run at that. Fraser for birdie to get to double figures. Yes, confidently done. Nice little stride after it.
Very confidently done. Fabulous.
Well, I'll certainly take that. Solid putt from him. But it's Ross and Shields that still lead. Share for the lead at 11 under. But plenty of players still in this one. Shields then at 6. As we've already heard from John, nothing too threatening from this tee. So if you want to launch it and go after it, then it's there for you. Good shot.
Well, Johnny's just flirted with that massive tree. Must have clattered into it or just run past it, and this is leaving him a nice shot into this beautiful green. And look at that delay reaction on the spin, and what a result.
He's playing well at the moment, isn't he? He's played well the last few weeks, and he's continuing his form here.
Mate, he's got some serious confidence going at the moment.
That's what it's all about.
But this man must have some serious confidence. Some great first 2 rounds, right in the mix.
Yes, it's a nothing to lose situation, isn't it, for Craig Ross, and literally because he can't take the money.
No, it's interesting in his interview saying how calm he felt and relaxed. I wonder how calm he'd feel if he knew he was going to win that £10,000 today. I think the only other amateur to win a EuroPro was James Robinson.
That's right, Slaley Hall back in 2010.
That's right.
I do remember interviewing you just before the final round. You weren't very talkative, if I recall. Yes, this course dotted with these beautiful trees, 250 years old, some of these trees on the banks of the Clyde, sweet chestnut and beech, and they do make a formidable obstacle if you get your tee shot wrong.
He needs to tap this one in, keep your concentration levels, and he does.
You've just got to keep churning out these pars and let the birdies come.
Yeah, you do. I mean, we've seen Shields earlier hit a great iron shot into 6, and now here we go, Fraser at 16. Look at that, leaves him a straight up pillar. You can see it out the rough. What a great lie that is in the rough, and it's a beautiful swing. Look at that at the top, clears out the way beautifully and straight down the line.
Really powerful move. He's a fabulous striker of the ball, really impressive.
His short game's been in good nick as well so far today. Caldwell.
Good lad.
Goes.
Gets to double figures.
So Jonathan Caldwell in business. Can Fraser move it to 11 under?
Yeah, if he could post a big number, get a couple of birdies to finish.
Kept nice and still on that.
Oh, he did. Look at this coming in. You must think, yes, yes. Oh, Charlie,
no.
Thanks a lot.
Tough break, as they say.
Yeah, definitely, Simon, unfortunately.
So Fraser rolls it in. He stays at 10 under with a couple of holes still to play.
Yeah, a couple of good birdie chances as well, 17 and 18.
And Shields polish off a lovely birdie on the 6th after his second shot in. Yes,
Fabulous read, very good read.
So at last, a mini move made. Paul Shields is the man that does it. And let's see how that affects the leaderboard. At last, we just have one man at the top of the tree. Shields on 12 under, just ahead of Craig Ross, still holding it together very well. And we'll see what sort of number Fraser can post. Now, Ross Whitfield, the operations director here at Marhall. Let's hear from him.
It's great to have EuroPro with us. As you say, this is our 4th year. Our sponsors this year, Glenfarclas, are delighted to partner with us. Level of golf has been exceptional. I mean, scoring conditions for the first 2 days were slightly easier because it's benign, and 10 under is a fantastic achievement. And the level of striking, the ability the guys have got, and they're so well drilled, so well practiced. It's a pleasure to watch them. It really is. We're in our 10th year, so our 10th anniversary this year. We're always looking at things, what we can do, how we can actually improve the site. We have our own football pitch, so we have a lot of the football teams come and stay with us. And it's important that we keep moving the site forward and keep developing. You can never stop developing. The people, the hospitality, and what we offer here is, I think, personally, second to none in Scotland.
So then, things have changed on the leaderboard, and this man, Paul Shields, is the new leader. We'll see if he can hang on to it after the break. Welcome back to the Glenfarclas Open here at Marhall on the banks of the beautiful River Clyde. And, alongside me, James Hepworth and Johnny Morgan enjoying this final round. I say enjoying in inverted commas. We're still waiting, guys, for someone to really fire this up.
Well, it's going to happen. I mean, this course is ready for the taking for these boys. They're playing some good golf. It's just a matter of time until the nerves they get calmed down a little bit and start chucking darts just like that.
John's just peppering the flag, isn't he? Hole after hole.
Oh dear, problems here for Craig Ross.
Oh, watch out, ref. You know they got one straight in the face.
Yes, one of our early leaders today, just taking a bit of advice on his setup here from the rules official. Now Fraser at 17, as you said, James, a couple of good holes here to finish. Let's see if he can score off them.
Yeah, he's going with that 6 or 7 iron here. He's obviously playing very well. And he's... Oh, that's fabulous. Left himself a great opportunity for a 2 there.
Great course management as well there, taking out the bunker.
Yeah, absolutely, John.
He's done his second drop. He gets to place it back there perfectly. And obviously he's taken his drop because of the wooden post behind him. And that's a freebie. Just making sure the ball comes to a standstill. And the main man says the ball's in play. Now Craig, second shot.
Oh.
Well, isn't that incredible?
What a way to make use of that wee bit of luck there.
He's just spun back away from Johnny Colwell. Johnny Colwell's going to get a nice little read from Craig.
Now the first step to posting a really good score in the clubhouse is not taken, I'm afraid, and that's a shame for Fraser. Did all the hard work.
I like his style of play. He plays some great golf.
Now Ross has got to capitalise here. Capitalise on your good fortune when you get it, and he has done. Fantastic. Good man.
Yeah, just a little bit up the hill, left to right.
He's looking confident.
He is indeed. But that's the kind of breaks you need, James. You know, he's hit it offline, got a drop, capitalised on it, whacked it in close and hold the putt.
Shields second into the 7th. Our leader on 12 under. Lest we forget when all the shenanigans is going on around him. And that's nice and solid. Yeah, very important result today in the offing for Paul Shields from his professional point of view in his career.
And Caldwell for another birdie here.
Oh, a bit too straight. Yeah, it wasn't to be. He'd be kicking himself after having the perfect read from Craig.
Plenty more chances out there though, John.
Yeah, it's still a long, long way to go today. Now, this is a bit of terrain for Shields to cover.
Yeah, a little downhiller, right to left. Might swing the other way come at the very end. Very tricky green, the 7th. It's coming back, it's coming back. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that was a tremendous effort. That would have taken him to 13 under. And just given him that little bit of a cushion, but it hasn't happened. A long look at that hole. And there we go. Shields and Ross, co-leaders at 12 under. But just having a little look down that list, Fraser, well, he could still post a decent number, but there's a couple of other players out there that could really cause a few problems to the two guys at the top of the tree at the moment. Although Shields might have caused himself a problem here, not quite as comfortable as at the 8th as he was at the 7th.
Well, no, he's got a good chance to redeem himself here because he's hitting a massive drive and a lovely bunker shot there and a good chance for a 3.
Yeah, very impressive indeed.
It's a huge hit, John, wasn't it?
Yeah, massive. Now you got Ross at the quirky 9th. Beautiful hole, this one. Great green, very slippery. This is a fantastic pin position, and fractions
you
away.
Just hate that. Blow it.
That's an absolute cliffhanger, that one. Still wondering how on earth that did not drop. Back to the 8th, and Shields.
Little left to right for his bird. Can he do it? This would be perfect timing. Get a lead. Oh, just didn't take enough of the break.
Not quite happening for Paul Shields. He's had his chances, but they haven't dropped. Right, let's see what awaits the players at the 10th with Johnny Morgan.
Well, this is proof length isn't everything. This is a short par 3, the 10th hole, only 140 yards long, but the green is where the trouble lies. The pin at the moment is only 7 on. We've got the swell just at the front of the green. I just let a ball go nice and gently. It's going to run off and go down into absolute mayhem, just like that. If you come to the right of this green as well, a slight bit of side spin, look what happens. A little bit of spin, off it goes, into a massive deep bunker. And as we perceive up this green, the pin on final day is going to be up here, which is fraught with danger. You've got a massive swell right there, big hump. You've got 2 beautiful bunkers on the left with this fantastic tree. If it catches that tree, you might get lucky. It might spit it out sideways and hopefully give yourself a putt. And as we can see, there it is actually. The pin for final day, perfect. And it just shows you good things come in small packages.
So the 10th. The next question on the exam paper for the amateur, Craig Ross, playing quite beautifully here in Marhall.
He's maintaining that rhythm very, very well. Certainly needs to do that on this hole. Well done.
Yes, Coach David Orr will be very pleased to see that.
Yeah, Johnny will be taking dead aim with this one. Nice strong wedge or a soft 9-iron in hand. Looks a bit left though. Oh, and that's going to leave him a tricky one.
Not the first time he's been left today.
No, he's pulled a few today, absolutely. He's also made a few birdies.
Yeah, fair play. Shields then, the 9th, had a couple of chances in the last 2 holes, but hasn't quite happened for him. And that one now at the back of the green. Well, you know what's going to happen, don't you? He'll probably chip in now after missing a couple of opportunities. And Gordon Strachan, along with the coaching staff and the team, out here watching the Scottish team preparing for their European qualifier against Germany at Marhall.
This potentially could be a big shot coming in for James here.
He's Taryn high shot. Hopefully get it close. Spin.
Come on, down that slope.
Nicely done.
Yeah, he's got a slippery old bunker shot down there. Be very careful.
You just flop it on the
See
front,
that there?
let it release. Look at this, going to keep working all the way down to the hole, and look at that. That is what you call a class act of a shot.
Fabulous.
And just look at this for a replay. Just taking lots of sand, just going to plonk it just over the lip and let nature take its course. There's not much to do here apart from just get the ball up above that lip and let the ball wander on down nicely.
Hours of practice there.
It is indeed. Gordon must have been very impressed with that shot.
Well, the footballers love their golf, we know that. And they'll be enjoying this final round action. Well, Shields not opting to chip, opting to take the putter, and that has not worked out very well at all.
Well, this rain stop, the green seems to have speeded up a little bit, John. What do you say?
Yeah, definitely would have.
Bit of pace in there.
We're going to see this one.
Come on,
Lovely putt and
James.
stroke. Looks like it's
Turn
waving
left.
to the right. Come back.
It hasn't quite happened for him over the closing 2 holes, so our attention turns to the leaders once again.
Yeah, and it looks like he's got a fair few leaves to negotiate here. It can't be helped.
Let's see if you can take a leaf out of your book, James.
I like what you've done there, John.
You do?
But Craig Ross won't like what he's done with that putt.
No, unfortunately, that lacked conviction, pace, everything. And Fraser, come on. Knock it in. Oh, and that's an expensive miss.
Well, we saw a couple of players come in with really good scores earlier today. And I can't quite believe, and I'm sure Fraser can't quite believe how that round has finished. Look at that, nothing from the closing 3 holes after a fabulous round up to that point.
Well, here we go. Craig needs this, but don't give too many away. Oh, nicely done.
Well done.
I'm sure Johnny will just tap in his little par putt.
Shields then for par to hang on to 12 under. Otherwise, we could be seeing yet another change on this leaderboard. Yes.
Solid stroke, solid stroke.
Very smooth.
Well done to Paul Shields, acknowledges the applause of the crowd there. That was a big putt for him, and it means that he hangs on to a 2-way share of that lead along with Craig Ross at 12 under. A little bit of breathing space, 2 shots ahead of Caldwell. Now, we've seen Gordon Strachan out on the course, but he had a chat to us while he was here with the Scottish squad at Mar Hall.
Well, I've come to take a seat with Gordon Strachan, manager of the Scottish football team. We've spotted you and your guys out on the course over the last few days. First of all, are you a big golf fan, and what did you make of the tournament this week?
I love golf. It's my favourite sport.
After football?
No, before football.
Wow.
Now that I'm not playing football anymore, that golf is my favourite. It's a favourite sport on television. I actually think golf, the Ryder Cup, is the most spectacular sport on television now.
What do you make of this kind of a platform, I suppose, for the golfers to be able to play on?
Well, it's I think to prepare yourself to get the highest level, you have to deal with stress and pressure. And I think I was watching these young men this week playing, and the fact that they have to come here and they caddy for themselves, they have to work, they have to get to digs, and then to produce at the same time. I think it's a great grounding to deal with stress and pressure. It's like an old apprenticeship when I was at Dundee as a footballer, when you're playing for £15 a week and living in digs for £4 and having to deal with cleaning boots and things. And there's real pressure and all that, and playing early as a footballer. So I've seen the stress on a lot of their faces this week, but I've seen terrific golf.
Okay, lovely to see you here, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much, and thanks for inviting me along to this interview. It's a pleasant day.
Thank you, and best of luck with all your fixtures this season.
Thank you.
Well, great to hear from Gordon. Good luck to him and the squad, and good luck to these two as they head into the closing stages of this tournament here at Mar Hall.
The 16th event on the EuroPro Tour calendar is the Glenfarclas Open here at Mar Hall in Scotland. Each week our golfers are competing for a piece of the £40,000 prize pool and a chance to qualify for the Tour Championship in El Gouna. Only the top 60 will qualify, and after today we'll know who they are.
Yes, that's exactly right, Cara. Some excitement still to be had out here on the course at Mar Hall. Some guys could sneak in the Race to El Gouna. We will see. It's funny how the season shapes up as it moves on. It's all talk about the top 5, John, early days, and then as we move through the last few events, it's can they make the championship?
Well, it is. I mean, they're all wanting a push for those spots, and you know, it's going to be nervous. You know, it's going to be squeaky bum time for these lads.
Yes, as another famous Scottish manager would say. Now then, Craig Ross. We've been very impressed with the way the amateur has kept his rhythm today. He really has looked the part out there.
Yeah, and the length being one of the longer holes on the course.
Another terrific shot, James.
Yeah, he's looking very strong.
Shields at 10. No more than 9-iron in his hand as well. He's staring it down. He likes it. Oh, look at that. What a golf shot.
Fabulous.
The expression still not really changing. Paul Shields feeling it out there today, I think, but he's battling away.
Caldwell can only just barely see his head. It shows you the lip on this bunker, and he can't get it out.
God, it must have been lying badly.
Yeah, the way he attacked that one, he must have been a little bit plugged.
Scottish national squad watching on, and he won't have enjoyed having a gallery for that last shot.
Can he redeem himself? Yes, he can. Yes, he
Oh,
can.
Oh, get in there. Oh, that's awesome from Jonathan Caldwell. What a save.
And there's his coach looking on, David Orr.
Right, this one, slick, straight down the hill. Just need to breathe on this. It's going to reach. Yes, grabs the edge.
It's just starting to heat up a little bit now, guys, isn't it?
It is. We're starting to see what we wanted to see right from the off. Putts dropping, scores gradually being made. And the boys holding on to their nerve at the moment. Needs this to keep pace with Ross, and he does it. At last, some reward for Paul Shields' endeavour out there on the course, and the two Scotsmen battling away very nicely at the top of the tree. Paul Shields, 23 years of age now, been a little bit of an indifferent season on the EuroPro. Missed 7 cuts out of 15, but did get that third place finish at Frilford Heath, and let's hope that this season now is the start of many things to come.
I think we're going to see some great drama now on the back nine. All the boys have wiped the cobwebs away, ready to kick some butt on the back nine.
Caldwell looking to do exactly that. Not quite there with that shot.
Yeah, it's a difficult second shot because you can't see, you can only really see the flag, you can't see the green, which makes the target very small indeed.
Yeah, the screen slopes from right to left. Ooh. And that one there, actually, for Craig, is a very poor shot. He couldn't have got a good strike on that blade.
That's probably the first mistake we've seen from him.
Well, that opens the door a little bit for this man. And the putt at the 10th, including that great tee shot as well to set it up, may actually prove very important indeed if Ross can't sort things out.
And this 11 runs adjacent to the 12, so he'll be able to see the mistakes that Craig's just made, but he's followed him.
Ah, Stiggy.
Oh, he's going to give this a launch. There's a possibility you can get quite close to this green if you're brave enough.
Yeah, first look at Hodgson today. A couple of great results this season, including that maiden win at Camberwell Park. Now, big shot this for Ross.
Oh, nice and high, splashy.
Yeah, but he's left a bit of work for himself there.
Proud dad watching on.
Oh, he's got to be chuffed to bits, seeing his boy doing so well.
Yeah, he's got a lot of support from Kirkhill Golf Club, I know that.
Yeah, it's always good to have that bit of a cheerleading squad with you on the day.
Yeah.
Oh, well played. Better result than Caldwell in that same bunker.
Stiggy, very lofty club in his hand, just got to get it over that bunker. Oh no, and that is left, double cross. Oh, it seemed to
well,
he seemed to come off it like that was going a mile left, and well, it's an absolute cracking shot.
Well, he's fooled us all with his reaction. Look at this. This can't be positive.
No, it can't be positive, but
it didn't look a bad swing. I know he's taking his hands off the club, but the move was pretty good. Well, the outcome was
fantastic.
They'll all be doing it at the clubs next week, you know that, don't you?
Yeah.
Now Caldwell, long putt up the screen. Yeah, it's called him out, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that is a big mistake by Johnny.
You don't see that very often, do you? That's halfway houses there.
It is. Now Shields, keep the positive motion going. Lovely, nice up and down.
Yeah, good work from Shields. Holds on to that 13 under.
Caldwell still to go. You can tell, didn't need much more, and that would have gone all the way down to the hole. But yeah, that's a 3-putt and a bogey for Johnny Caldwell. He needs to get something going.
So he drops back to 9 under. Let's hope it's not catching for Craig Ross. This to stay in the joint lead. Well, he's given it a go.
And that'll be for his second drop shot of the day, if he can just tidy this one up.
It's a little bit frustrating, but it's all about experiences, it's all about learning. And he still has an opportunity to do something very special in this tournament.
The conditions look absolutely sublime right now.
Stiggy to get his birdie. And he does. Great style.
Beautifully done. Stiggy Hodgson, one of the men of the season. And John caught up with him earlier in the tournament.
Well, I'm lucky to be joined by the flamboyant Stiggy Hodgson. Stiggy, man, how you doing, boss?
Yeah, very well. Very well.
All right? You've had a good day today?
Yeah, it's been nice. Got it going early. Threw a couple of eagles in there. That was quite cheeky.
I know you are like our eagle guru. I mean, you are leading stat man. 8 eagles? Did you know that?
I had no idea. Honestly, I didn't. I just try and play the best golf I can, and 8 eagles is just mental. I mean, gee, I don't know how. I think I've held a couple of second shots in there, though.
Yeah, I think you have. I mean, where do you think your best one was?
I think today was pretty special at 14.
Yeah?
Hitting a high draw driver to about 15 feet. You know, seeing the shot and pulling it off, that was nice. And it's not often I get to drive par 4, so yeah, I'll take it when I can.
Yeah, man, definitely. I mean, you fit in our order of merit, and you know it's going to get pretty tight now coming in.
Yeah, it's going to get tough, but you know, good golf seals the deal, doesn't it?
It does indeed, man.
Keep playing good golf. The guys behind me or just ahead of me are playing good golf too.
Yeah.
But you know, good luck to them. I don't wish them any bad whatsoever. You know, I don't wish them to play badly. But I mean, all I know is if I keep playing well, they've got to do something special to catch me, haven't they?
And going to El Gouna, you looking forward to our grand final, bud?
Yeah, I can't wait. You know, it's going to be a different place, bit of fun. I think it's only the top 60, is it, or whatever?
Yeah.
So smaller fields. But yeah, it's not any different. It's only another tournament. So I mean, just got to go there and try and get the job done.
Well, I wish you all the best, Stiggy.
Cheers, Johnny.
What can I say, mate? Keep it up, man.
Good stuff. Stiggy Hodgson, one of those players that just seems born to go on to greatness. Achieved something very similar to the feat that Tiger Woods achieved in his young golfing days, became the under-10 world champion at Presidio Hills in California. What an experience that is for a junior player.
Oh, it's just phenomenal. But Stiggy's obviously got some serious talent there, as he was explaining his high draw driver, John. Fancy that. In our dreams, eh?
Yeah, in our dreams, man.
Now then, back to the action. We could have a very interesting finish to today's action at Marhall, our closing tournament of the regular season before the players head to Egypt for the Tour Championships. And Paul Shields is one of the men that is in that mix, along with Craig Ross, the amateur.
Unfortunately, though, Paul's just left himself in the same position Johnny Caldwell was. But Ross is in great position coming up this green. Can Craig put it in close?
Oh,
he can indeed. Great club selection. Bang on the button.
And again, he's controlling his ball very well. His distance control's fantastic.
As I said just a minute ago, this is what Johnny Caldwell had. You've seen what he'd done. Can Shields do it better? He's got more pace to it. Oh, just shows you how difficult it must be.
yes, that looks like a very ugly place on the green to be trying to make putts from.
Let's see if he can get one back from his blip on 12. This is just what he needs.
Oh, he can. Fabulous stuff from Craig Ross. Goes back to 13 under.
Yeah, showing some good resilience there. Good bounce back.
Needs this. How quickly things can change in a golf tournament in the blink of an eye. Moves from 13 to 12, and Ross moves back up into the lead.
Yeah, very difficult green. 2-3 putts coming from over on that right-hand side.
Well, the leaderboard changes once again. Craig Ross, the amateur, finds himself at the top of the pile, all on his own. That single shot lead over Shields. And the challengers, well, they're starting to fall away. It is looking very good indeed here at the Glenfarclas Open in Marhall for Craig Ross. That's the man to beat at the moment by the looks of it. We'll see if he can hang on to it after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to Marhall in Scotland. Beautiful conditions for the finish of this Glenfarclas Open. James Hepworth and Johnny Morgan alongside me in the commentary booth to watch what could unfold. And will it unfold at this hole, James, the 14th?
Well, the boys here at 14 are certainly looking to pick up a shot. It's an elevated tee. You've got a carry on the left-hand side. Those bunkers are about 270. So the hole's about 350. So downwind, I think the lads could probably get it on the green from there. Might even be putting the tee up on the last day. So certainly a really good opportunity for a birdie.
Yeah, a chance to do a stiggy, as they're now calling it.
Yeah, that big high draw.
Beautiful view, as you would expect to see from an elevated tee. These course designers know what they're doing, don't they? Picture postcard stuff here at Marhall. But they won't be worried about the view. It's the shot that concerns them.
It is, and as we can see, Craig really going for it. It's taken on the corner. Cameraman's got a good eye on that, and that is in serious trouble.
Oh dear. That does not look good for our leader.
A little chink in his armoury there. He's just gone to the left, and that is dangerous. Now Shields won't be able to see what's happened in front of him. Can he capitalise and redeem himself with a birdie on the 13th?
Yeah, steady start from Paul Shields. Just a shot back from Craig Ross, the amateur.
Now John will have a crack at this. He's giving a right old wallop. Here we go, big high raking draw.
Yep, this is natural shape.
And that's going to feed its way up on the right hand side. And that leaves him probably no more than about 30, 40 yards.
Well, as always is the case, as we reach the closing stages of a tournament, every shot becomes so important. And in terms of your professional career, you don't want to be doing that. Paul Shields just getting a bit big on that one. That's the moment when you want the ball back and you want another go.
Yeah, coming into the back nine in contention and showing a bit of adrenaline there.
That was whipped off the top nicely. Unfortunately, just misjudged it. Bit of backspin, taking it away from the hole. It's an awkward one though when you got those 50, 60 yarders, when you're in between clubs. You can't hit it forward and you don't want to hit it too soft. Very awkward, isn't it, James?
Yeah, it is indeed. A bit like this chip here.
Yeah, short-sighting himself here, Paul.
Good strike. Oh.
Yeah, a little bit too good in the end.
Yeah, it was. Stopped very quickly on it. Now Craig looks like he's got away with it.
He's a lucky boy, isn't he, Craig Ross?
Strap in the air, plonk it on the green, let it release out. Yeah, he'll take that after his tee shot. Looked like it was going to be in serious trouble. He's got a 10-footer, 12-footer for his birdie.
Pressure still on Paul Shields then.
Looks like he's got a pretty straight putt up the hill.
And that's a poor drop shot for Mr. Shields from awesome position off the tee. Coming into this flag to walk away with a bogey is disheartening for the man.
So Mr. Hodgson, a couple of bunkers to come across here into this 16th green. He's done it beautifully. It's going to be interesting to see him in El Gouna, to see whether he can get amongst it.
I don't think I've ever seen Stiggy without a caddy. He's always got somebody on the back, hasn't he? He's a lucky boy.
Yeah, he's always got Paul Boardman, one of his best mates, coming along with him. Oh, Jonathan. Well, you just know sometimes it's not going to be your day, and I think that's one of the shots that is an indication.
I wonder what he's saying under his breath there.
Best not repeated, I would imagine.
He's got the par 5 coming up, so a good eagle opportunity there for him.
Hemstock had a hole-in-one this week. I'm sure he had to buy all the beers for the lads.
He's built nicely during the season as Billy Hemstock. Oh, goodness me, when you teed it up, John, and he's finished the job right on cue.
It's unbelievable.
Smile.
Look at them. Yeah, they're all smiling. They're wishing that they could do the same. Scotland football squad thought that was great. Billy Hemstock remaining very cool. Must be in that Devon water down there. Yes, the man from the southwest all the way up north and not getting a nosebleed. Well done. And well done to Craig Ross. My goodness me, it's starting to happen, isn't it, for the amateur? This is amazing. That's a massive moment for Craig. Definitely opened up that gap now.
A couple of times he's been out of position and capitalised, and he's made threes from some dodgy areas.
So Ross goes to 14 under. Hodgson can't move it on from 8 to 9.
Yeah, just tap this one in. Formality for Stiggy, that one. Just repairing the hole, making it nice and round for everyone. Now we come to 15. These boys are going to be looking forward to this. This is a par 5 and a hole, really and honestly, that they're going to be able to take apart. Eagles galore, birdies galore coming to this hole. Hit a massive drive in between here, and it leaves you a lovely shot in. A towering, high drifting fade would be perfect in here from left to right. Landing on this green, it gives you every opportunity to make in a very low number. The boys are going to be relishing coming to this hole to gain one back on the field. Well, Ross and Caldwell, the two players that get a shot at it here, and Ross with a genuine opportunity to move on into an even more commanding lead here at Marhall, and that's the swing of a confident man. Just a little unlucky with the bounce coming in.
That's absolutely fine there, and again showing a lovely rhythm and turning through it really well.
And he was out of position and it come up trumps. Now Johnny needs something to happen. This one would be lovely if he can get this one in close. Make a nice 3. Look at this, what a golf shot. And you've got Craig's going to be chipping from just off the green, and John's going to get a nice read from over there. Every opportunity. Now Paul Shields has to gather his thoughts once again after his problems at the last hole. It's not happening. He's just seems to have come off his game, Paul Shields. A little bit like his playing partner, Richard Kilpatrick, earlier on in the round. He's chosen to putt it.
Is it? Is it?
Oh, birdie will do, though. Birdie takes him to 15 under. Yeah, and the gap widens yet again. Now, Johnny Caldwell would have been able to go to school on that. As you can see, big gap opened up between Johnny and Craig. And what, 20 minutes ago, this man was in a joint share of the lead with Craig Ross. It's all changed. You'd think this has to go in. How does it just desert you like that so quickly?
He just didn't commit, did he? He just came up a little bit early and just leaked it to the right.
I mean, the vibe just wastes away from you, Simon. Really does. You know, you don't feel like it's going your way, and it's just a knock-on effect of just bad shots, poor ideas.
Not used to being in that position as well. You know, it's a big deal.
But now Johnny for an eagle. He's go to school on it, straight up the hill, and he gets it.
Well
what
deserved.
A 3.
Well deserved, John.
Well, I said earlier in the day, maybe it wasn't going to be his day, but that putt has just turned things right around for John Caldwell, the man from Clandeboy, 30 years of age now, and one of the class players on the EuroPro Tour. Still looking for that win, though, Caldwell. Yeah, it comes from a beautiful golf course. And I tell you what, nice towering shot here. Now come up just shy of the bunkers, leaving him no more than a sand iron in.
Yeah, and it's the tee shot here. You can be brave, take it down the left-hand side, even carry the bunkers on the left. The bigger hitters might be having a go at that. Down the right-hand side leaves you a longer shot, and you're faced with quite a shallow target. You can't see much of the green, and making the target very small indeed.
Yeah, and the green is very difficult in itself. It slopes from back to front, very undulating, from left to right. Nice little bank at the back, so if you want to be a little bit positive, hit the bank, spin it back. You never know, it might go your way.
And having played the Pro-Am, the practice round and a couple of competition rounds, the guys will know exactly how they want to play this hole. Now Ross nearly cost himself at the 14th. See if he's a little more circumspect with this tee shot. That's drifting right. Oh dear.
Well, that's not the place you want to be. That is a long way in from out there.
Now Paul Shields got to pull himself back together. 11 under isn't completely out of it. What can he find out of these closing holes? He's flirting with those trees, but he's got it through, and that's worked out just fine.
Position A1 there. Great drive.
Johnny, confident player when it's going his way. He really loves it, and look at that for a swing. What a whip through that ball there, James.
Oh, really confident. He's been playing awesome last few holes.
Oh.
And another awesome shot, peppering the flag. Fantastic golf.
Caldwell's on fire, isn't he?
He certainly is.
He's got his Scottish international football squad entourage along with him.
Well, this is a chance for Shields to get a eagle, to jump right up there, and again, long. His management with his clubs at the moment, that must have looked great in the air, straight over the flag.
He's just pumped, isn't he, John?
Yeah. Now Russ, short and right of this green. Craig has got a tough one ahead. Over the bunker, needs to stop it quick. That's going to be a tricky putt.
It isn't too bad, that. He's got a good chance of par.
Now this could put a cat amongst the pigeons if this one goes in. From off the green, if this goes in to 13 under.
What have you got?
Come on, take the borrow, take the borrow.
A good confident effort from Shields, but that was always going to be tricky. Got that though to go to 12 under. And Ross has this to save his par and stay at 15 under.
This is huge. He's got it.
Just like that.
What a man.
Looks like he's played this game before.
He is as cool as a cucumber right now, isn't he?
He is indeed.
Well, he certainly looks cool as a cucumber. Well, he's feeling it.
Well, Johnny to pick one up on Craig again. If he can. Yes, he does. To 12 under he goes.
Well done.
Well, they're desperately trying to put a bit of pressure on Craig Ross out there, who looks like he's handling things very well at the moment. This to go to 12 under and join Caldwell. Yes, well done. But still some issues over those last few holes. That will be playing on Paul Shields' mind. But look at Craig Ross. What a cushion. Well, could he have dreamed of that at the start of this round? 3 shots ahead of the nearest challengers, Caldwell and Shields. And it's between those 3 players as we go down the closing holes here in Marhol.
Join us after the break as the Glenfarclas Open reaches its conclusion and we find out which 60 players will progress to the Visit Egypt Tour Championship. Welcome back to Marhall for the Glenfarclas Open. We're approaching the end stage of this event and amateur Craig Ross looks to be running away with it, but can he hold on to the lead and win his first EuroPro Tour event?
Yes, Cara, that is the big question. Will it be a fairy tale finish today for Craig Ross? Well, this is one of the holes that he's going to have to get himself down, and successfully.
Well, he is indeed. 6-iron or a 5-iron in your hand. That pin is tucked over on the left-hand side, just over the bunker. So course management-wise, play to the middle of the green, take them all out of play. And I tell you what, you make this easier than what it looks. But it's a great hole. The tree's in play as well. It comes into your eye line and just block it out. Aim down that right half of that green. Whack it in the middle of the dance floor. And I tell you what, you'll have a big grin on your face.
Well said, John.
Jonathan Caldwell has made a little move on his playing partner, Craig Ross, but Ross still has that 3-shot cushion with 2 to play.
Got away with that one.
He did. It was a good swing and he struck it well, but probably right on the limit with his club selection there, I think.
It was, he went for it. I think he was could have gone probably one more and hit it easy. But now we got Craig. Palms are sweaty. And that is a great looking golf swing. Strong finish.
Just perfect, exactly what he needed. Middle of the green, no dramas. Very tidy indeed.
Great control, great control. Well played, Craig Ross, a man with his eye on a Walker Cup place next time around. And with this kind of golf that he's playing here in Marhall in this final round, you wouldn't bet against it.
You just hope those selectors are watching this performance right now, because it is phenomenal. Very impressive indeed.
And when you're taking on someone like Stiggy Hodgson as well, who's played 2 Walker Cups, and you're beating him, there's got to be something to be said in that.
Yeah, and by all accounts, he's unbeaten in his county season this year, which, given the strength of depth within the union, it's very impressive indeed.
Exactly, James. And Mr. Shields needs to take this flag out. Really does. Tall, high shot. Can he do what Johnny Colwell did? Oh, what a phenomenal goal shot. Perfect position. And he's going to need that one. You're never quite sure where the blips are going to happen, and you just have to manage them. And unfortunately for Paul Shields, it looks to have cost him today.
He's just got to focus on pace here. That's all he's got to do. Whistle it down to the hole. Perfect.
Well done. Wise head on young shoulders there from Craig Ross. I'm sure his dad right now looking on is so proud of his son. And there he is right in the background talking to the devil. Looking on. Edging it closer. Willpower, willpower.
I'm not sure who'd be more on edge there, Dad or...
It's normally the dad, isn't it?
Yeah,
oh,
it is,
Dad's got to be feeling it.
Yeah.
Now then, Caldwell. Can he
Come on,
keep
John.
applying the pressure? Yes, he can.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Well, I have to say he deserves that. He's played amazing golf in this back nine.
He's just gone eagle, birdie, birdie. I mean, phenomenal. It is still very much game on. Now, birdie chance here for Shields. We're going to see another birdie. Looks like it. Oh, not to be. Oh.
The boys there willing him on.
Yes, well, after an all-England season on the EuroPro Tour, a Scottish win would go down very nicely. Paul Shields was certainly in the frame, but now looks to be on the shoulders of this young man. Yeah, big moment for this man, going down the last hole now with a 2-shot lead. Well, got to keep those thoughts out of his head, really. Concentrate on the moment. Now Hodgson to finish things up. Well, I think most of us will be looking to Stiggy Hodgson come the Tour Championships in El Gouna in Egypt. Gordon Strachan just pondering the situation. Nice little break actually for the Scottish players today, just to get out and watch the final stages of this round in Marhall.
Yeah, he's definitely worth a punt for that grand final, is Stiggy. He's played consistent golf all year long.
Yes, indeed. Right, time to take a look at the final hole with John.
Well, we're at the final hole, the 18th, just over 400 yards. And I tell you what, fraught with danger. If the boys fancy it, they might get the big dog out and take all this trouble out of play, because look at this tree. It is a monster. And I tell you what, it can play havoc with your ball. If it hits into there, it can come down into that bunker that's just short of it. There's another bunker just there that you can carry with the driver, and that brings you down to the left-hand side. Now, if you're coming in from over here, you ain't got that bad a shot, really and honestly. You're probably 9-iron, 8-iron coming up the green, but depending on where that flag is, it could be really, really difficult. But the boys' final tournament in Great Britain, what are you going to do? Do you want that 10 grand? Yes, you do. Right, birdie to win it. Take dead aim. Got to hold this baby up there. Got one thing on my mind. 10,000 notes. Now slightly down the right, is it going to have a nice bounce in? There's a little hop. Oh, it might have just scuttled up nicely, and I tell you what, chances. Everything boils down to one putt, one moment. Visualize the shot. You can see it. I'm down. Nice right to left there, just outside the cup. Are you going to be firm? Are you going to be soft? What are you going to do? I mean, the crowd's going bananas. They want blood. They want to see the best shots in the world. Now you just set the ball rolling. Come on, turn, turn, turn. Whoa, goes crazy. Come on! Yes! Buy everyone a drink. Tip your cap and say thank you.
John Morgan in a world of his own, and that concludes a fantastic run of hole features for this season. Now then, that leaderboard has this young man at the top, and John, I hope you weren't rubbing it in too much. Do you want that £10,000? Well, if this young man wins it, he can't have it.
Well, you've got to feel sorry for him, but I'm sure you get a massive pat on the back.
He's just clipped that tree you're talking about there, John, but he seems to have come out the other side.
I think Craig has got a massive future in front of him if he can do this as an amateur against all the pros that are playing for their lives out here. I mean, something to be said, this is a massive confidence booster for him.
And Shields has had his little wobble, he's recovered well, and he's got 2 holes to try and post something here and get back to Ross. Oh, beautiful stuff. Well, he's played some sublime golf today, and it's just unlucky. What was it, 30 minutes worth of play that's cost him?
Yeah, just the odd putt here and there, wasn't it? Just let go. That's the difference.
Well, here comes our leader. Pin's tucked on that left-hand side. Good angle to come in at. And look at this. Beautifully done.
Yeah, and he's just maintained that beautiful rhythm all the way throughout this round. And he's a credit to himself.
Yeah, that's a man with one hand on the trophy, I would say, looking in fantastic shape. Now, Caldwell with his shot into 18, and chance to remind you that the action, once the 18 holes are finished, isn't over, because the top 3 will then go to the roof of the clubhouse. Yes, that's correct, the roof of the clubhouse, to play a nearest the pin back down to that 18th green. Something to look forward to.
But the thing is as well, you got Paul over this putt. Now, come on, if this goes in. Oh, what a 2. But you got to think, now, which one's going to become second on their own?
Yeah.
You know, if it happens, because they win the £10,000, or do they tie one another, then they split first and second place? It's a tricky one. I mean, the guys that want the 10,000, so this is a massive putt for Johnny.
Has he?
Oh, goodness me.
God, what a run of birdies that would have been.
God, that would have been a phenomenal finish to his round. I mean, my goodness. I mean, you can't be too disheartened, John. I mean, you've had a great run, my friend. I mean, he's been playing some phenomenal golf over the last couple of weeks. It's nice to see him back, and look at that card. I mean, just 3 blips, but look at that finish. Stunning.
Big finish is what this man needs, alongside Craig Ross. The 2 Kirkhill Golf Club men have done their club proud today.
And a birdie here will take the money.
Oh, and that's going towards the tree. And there's bunkers there.
Oop.
Oh, and it's just got past it. Whew.
He's fine there. Pin on the left as well. He's actually left himself a really good angle to attack the flag.
Yeah, he'll be breathing a sigh of relief. Now, if he holds this, takes it all out of the equation, he can celebrate.
I've got a feeling.
Oh, and you're not the only one, James. Phenomenal finish from Craig Ross. That is absolute class from the amateur. And the youngster has done it. That is a sensational day's golf, a sensational finish from Ross when the pressure was on.
Well, what a worthy champion, starting off with an eagle, and then look at that run at the end. 3 birdies in a row. And what a finish. Look at that. Shows you what it means to him. I know he doesn't get the £10,000, but my goodness, who worried about it when you do something like that?
On his home soil too. And winning a professional tournament as an amateur is a big, big deal. There's not many players who have done that before in the game.
That's great to see. For the love of the game, and he's produced a beautiful result. Now for Shields, oh, well, he was willing that on, and that's a great shot from there. And it's still on for Shields against Jonathan Caldwell. And there are the Kirkhill members, friends and family to celebrate with Craig Ross. What a marvellous achievement. And John, this is how he did it.
It does, and it starts off with an eagle on the first. It doesn't get much better. Then he goes on a massive run on 13, holding putt after putt. Look at that for a lovely birdie. Comes to 14 after a wayward drive, gets it on the green, and then rakes one across for another birdie. And then comes to 15, lovely little tap in for another. And then we all know, comes to 18, and look at this, the icing on the cake.
And there it is. What an unbelievable achievement.
Well, we're all in agreement. Great work from Craig Ross, but this one for the money for Shields, this to beat Jonathan Caldwell.
Come on.
Oh. No. Not happened. He's going to have to settle for tied second and a share of the prize money. And that could be big in the context of his season.
Yeah, there's about £2,500 the difference there.
Yeah, but he'll be going to that grand final full of confidence, John, in some fine form.
And I must admit, 3 under par, 67. Probably thought it might have had the job done, but it wasn't to be. Craig Ross was a better man on the day.
Well, some more fabulous scoring today from the field, but look at that from the amateur Craig Ross. 6 under, held his nerve to finish at 16 under to claim the trophy. Now then, here's Cara to remind us that the day isn't quite done just yet.
This year's last event before the Tour Championship ends in style with the nearest the pin challenge between the 3 players topping the leaderboard this week. Craig Ross, Jonathan Caldwell and Paul Shields. There's a crate of whiskey on the line and all they have to do is drive off this tee box on top of the Marhall Hotel and aim for the 18th green. This is the nearest the pin challenge.
Thanks, Cara. Away we go. Here's the man of the moment to go first. And how'd you get your head round this shot, John?
Well, straight downhill. I mean, the green is facing away from you from this angle on 18. It's not going to be easy at all. I mean, that's not a bad first effort.
Yeah, the adrenaline will be flowing for Ross, but a chance for Caldwell and Shields to come away with £100 worth of whiskey at the end of this one.
Well, the way Caldwell was doing his iron play, I'm not surprised he's hit a cracker in there.
He just can't stop, can he?
No, he is firing darts.
Absolute beauty then from Jonathan Caldwell. Paul Shields.
That was a nice swing.
I think he likes it.
Could be a bit long.
Oh, no.
Oh, hello.
Not the first time we've seen him do that today. Through the back of the green. Well, 2 attempts. That's what the guys are going to get in this nearest the pin challenge, and so far Caldwell is the man that leads. Not quite from Ross on the dance floor, but that certainly hasn't beaten Jonathan's shot.
I've got to fancy John here. Wonder if he can do it again, if better his first attempt. Nice and crisp. Oh, look at this, keep running out.
Fade down that.
Oh, I thought he might do a bit more. He's lying in the lead at the moment. You've got Shields.
Does he want this whiskey?
He likes it. This one's better. Come on.
Oh, it's released on him. Look at this. Oh, on the last go, he gets it.
Lucky boy.
Beautiful stuff. Well, everyone's enjoyed that finish to the day, and Shields is our winner. It was Caldwell leading, but Shields has beaten him by about 1.5 foot with that last shot. But today, though, all fun aside, has been about just one man. Cara is with Craig Ross.
Welcome to the presentation for the Glenfarclas Open here at Marhall Golf and Spa Resort. I've been joined by the winner, Craig Ross, who's still an amateur, has stormed to victory, 16 under par, 3-shot lead. First of all, congratulations. Let's have a round of applause for our winner.
Thank you.
I spoke to you just before you went out today and you said it would mean so much to capture the win. Now you've done it, how does it feel?
It feels great to come out on top and such, like the pros, you just know how good they are, and just to come out on top, it just feels awesome. Just a great achievement for me, for myself, and a big confidence boost as well.
This is your first experience of the EuroPro Tour. How have you found it?
Oh, it's been great. Yeah, I loved it every minute. And I would like to come back again if I can, even to this event, try and defend it next year, or even some of the other ones that maybe down in England I'll give a go.
Well, that's great news. And just on today, what do you think won it for you out on the course?
On my putting, I hold some crucial putts at the end. Birdie in 13, 14 and 15 at the end gave me a wee cushion, and hold a great putt at 16 I think, which kind of calmed me down a little bit, and then just holding the putt at the last was just, I don't know, wasn't trying to hold it, just trying to nudge it down there, but it went in and it was great, it was awesome.
Well, the crowd obviously enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The winner would normally receive a £10,000 winner's cheque. As an amateur, of course, you can't pick that up. The two guys in second place have shared it, so I suppose Jonathan and Paul owe you a drink, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. I think there will be several drinks instead. So, but it would be nice. The £10,000 cheque would be nice, but that's life, innit? So, yeah.
Exactly. Hopefully that's all still to come. Well, I'd now like to introduce Ross Whitfield to present the trophy. He's the Operations Director of Marhall Golf Resort and Spa. Ross, please come with the trophy.
Thanks, Ross. Thank you. Cheers.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Craig Ross, and this is how the Race to El Gouna finished at the end of the regular season. Jack Senior topping the order of merit with Peter Tarver-Jones and William Harold just behind him. Those three players the only ones to win 2 EuroPro titles this season. But it's all still in the balance as our top 60 head off to Egypt for the Tour Championships, with a good number knowing that a win at El Gouna could still guarantee them top 5 and a Challenge Tour card next season. But for now, from me, Simon Golding, and my co-commentators James Hepworth and Johnny Morgan, we'll say goodbye.